Hi, it's Mary here again. I am just reflecting on how wonderful it is to live here with my sister. She has 15 acres in New Braunfels, well, just outside of New Braunfels, Texas, just to the north side of the city. And it's kind of neat because the other day I saw a wild turkey and two chicks. And we fairly that's the first time I'd even thought about you might be able to see a wild turkey because this is pretty um, divided up around here. People have 2 acres, 5 acres. My sister has 15 acres. I think the guy across the street has 7. But turkeys you just don't think of. You think of them as being out in a much more wild location. But anyway, there they were, so I was quite fascinated. Now, we fairly regularly see deer. The hill country of Texas and even down into the northern part of San Antonio has quite a few deer. Um, the southern part of the city is plagued with wild boar. Um, I don't. They're kind of a cross between a javelina and a domestic pig and I think a wild Russian boar. But anyway, they can get pretty big, and sometimes up in some of the wilder areas of the hill country you can see a few, but you see a lot of them in South Texas. And then up on this new highway they have that goes east of Austin, they built that highway right through an area that's populated by a lot of wild boar, and it's kind of unfortunate because they cause traffic accidents. Somebody on, I used to live on Foster Road, and somebody hit about a 500 pounder a couple of years ago. Well, 3 years ago now, or 4 years ago. Um, and there was a place, I guess they crossed the road pretty regularly because I hadn't noticed it prior to that. But after that one was killed and finally picked up and taken away, about a 300 pounder was killed in exactly the same place. And I knew they were back there because I had heard them and seen them, and I had had my fences cut. They just eat right through the fence and leave a big hole in it. They're so strong and powerful. And I asked some of the gentlemen that had lived around there, and they said there were at least 80 or so running around in the section that was behind mine and closer to Calaveras Lake, and that they came through there all the time. And the gentleman that owned the property next to me had, when he lived up in there or was staying fairly close, tending to it regularly, he caught wild boar. So anyway, it's kind of interesting. Plus, we have a big enough place here that we're able to have horses and cattle. My sister has 2 cows for ag exemption, and we have a horse, and we're going to be getting another horse at the end of July. So it's just kind of neat. It's sort of in town, out of town. A lot of fun. Thanks.